Welcome, 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 everybody, and thank you for joining us for episode 2 of Insert Coin to Play. My name is Greg. I am your host. With me here today is Ariel.
Hey.
And Cheech.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So, how was everyone's weekend, Ariel?
Pretty good, actually. Played some Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. Was trying to get that done before India. And finally saw Star Wars.
Oh, you finally saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking awesome, man.
So,
Pretty awesome.
you liked it?
Yeah, I'm definitely stoked for the next one already.
Oh, man.
Man. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's fucking awesome.
But, I mean, do you, like, a lot of my friends, and I myself have a feeling, like, I want to see it again. But I'm probably not, because I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm not, too crazy about them. Do you have that feeling, like, you want to kind of see it again to see all the little things you missed?
I definitely want to see it again. I feel like I missed little things, mostly with Kylo Ren. Like, I felt like I missed some things. Maybe I wasn't paying a lot of attention, and that's probably why I got the feeling that I got from him as, like, a character. But I feel like I want to watch it again just to, like you mentioned, get some of the things that I may have missed.
The good thing, it comes out in April on DVD and Blu-ray.
Is it that soon?
Yep, it's already soon. The pre-orders are out, actually, already.
Nice.
I think those pre-orders were already up before the movie came out.
Yep.
Yeah. But I definitely enjoyed it.
That's good. That's good to hear. Cheech, how was your weekend?
Not bad, actually. Watched some anime. For those who don't know, the new winter animes are out already, so we have a few out. And finally started to get caught up in Fallout 4.
Nice.
After making my nice ultimate melee build, I'm actually loving the hell out of it. Just running in there, and just slicing people in half. It's actually pretty fun.
So
That's what I was trying to do with my character, but actually I didn't even get to play it that weekend or during my winter break. But what I did get to play this weekend was Ori and the Blind Forest.
nice.
And I finally finished it.
Finished it.
Kind of happy.
Oh, wait.
What happened?
What'd you think of it?
It's a great game. It's really good. It's a really good kind of Metroid Castlevania hybrid. Like I explained in the other show, how the graphics were, it's really stunning on how they used everything. And at the end, I noticed that they actually used the Unity system to create it.
Yeah, it's a Unity game. I was actually pretty shocked about that also, considering how freaking awesome it looks.
Yeah. And I have to say, it was really well put together. They try to tug at your heart, like here and there with all the different characters.
Try. Dude, they get you right in the beginning. I was like, holy shit.
I mean, the trailer alone was just meant to make you jump out the window or something. How sad it was.
You know what? Yeah, it was sad, but I guess since it's not real people, kind of like how, The Last of Us or The Walking Dead, it's a little bit more relatable because it's humans. Like
Yeah.
this for me, it was nice. It was pretty good how they did everything. And I don't want to spoil anything, but why the main enemy is that way.
Yeah, that was pretty just the whole story. It was such a minimalistic story, but it had such weight to it.
Yeah.
It was really good, man.
And it was sad how everything is. The one thing that I don't want to complain about it, but I hope would have been better was I thought there was going to be like a very tough boss fight the way it ended, but
Oh, yeah.
the way the last run through went, it was actually pretty entertaining. And I understand, just thinking about it, the whole understanding is you're trying to bring life back into the forest. So
Yeah.
technically, if you were to destroy the enemy, I would say it's counterproductive to what he was trying to do. But I mean, overall, great game. Recommended people to play it. If you guys have any other input, you can always email us at insertcointp@gmail.com or reach us at IC2play at Twitter.
I definitely need to pick up the game myself. When I first actually saw it, I was like, oh, I do want that game, but I kind of slacked off a little bit. And I still don't have it. So next time it goes on sale, I'm definitely grabbing it, since I keep hearing good things about
That's a
it.
must play for sure.
But what's up about that game is that they're releasing a definitive version this spring.
Good,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
So that's pretty confusing to me, though.
Yeah, because they didn't mention anything about any extra DLC, right?
No,
yeah,
no.
so it's like, what exactly are you doing with a definitive edition? Like, I don't see. Are you going to add more textures to this game? I don't know. What are you going to do to this?
Enhanced graphics, more special
Yeah, like I'm
effects.
not really sure. Maybe they're going to be introducing it with DX12 or something.
Well,
I really don't know.
Well,
I'm interested to see though.
DxO will allow us to have more lighting.
you can run it at 8K now.
Woohoo!
Well, speaking of new releases, so we're going to talk about some new releases, some of the news that have been happening in the past week, and then one of our subjects that there's a lot to talk about, but we're going to try to constrain it, is our most anticipated games of 2016.
Yep.
But there's a lot of good new releases. Like I mentioned last week, there was no physical retail releases, but there was a lot of digital ones.
Yes.
So, speaking of sad games, one of the PC game only game that came out recently that's on Steam is this game called That Dragon Cancer.
Yes.
I've only heard it. Yeah, I would have to say this weekend. I haven't heard anything about it like before that. Have you guys? Ariel, Cheech?
Definitely not me. I mean, it sounds depressing as it is.
Yeah. I caught wind of it, just from reading through, daily articles and stuff. And just by the name alone, I automatically assumed there was just going to be a story about, a family coping with cancer. And it seems like it's going to be that in a creative way. But I haven't really seen much else about it. But it looks interesting. I believe it's already out on PC.
Yep, it's already out. Since just to get a quick skim through the reviews right now, but it seems very positive right now on Steam. So
Yeah. So I'll definitely probably check that out as soon as I can, considering the amount of games that we have to catch up with. But it's definitely one that's on my radar.
Oh, so Ariel, you're gonna pick it up? You're actually thinking about it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Personally, I'm probably not going to. I'm going to stay away from it. I understand the game itself is good. It is very emotional, and I don't know. I'm kind of the person who likes comedies more so than dramas, so I'm gonna play whatever destruction or
Understandable.
comedic games like.
we have enough drama in our lives already.
And if I had to talk about games that came out last year, out of the Telltale games, I would actually approve more of Tales from the Borderlands compared to Game of Thrones, just because of how depressing Game of Thrones is.
The present, yeah, it's more fun in that sense. It knows what it is and it plays with that, so it gets you involved in that way. I could see that. Personally, though, I prefer I guess in that sort of a game, if it's episodic, let's say, I kind of like something that's going to be more drama based because I
Yeah.
feel like it helps drive it a bit further.
Yeah, I like the
comedy.
drama.
It's kind of hit or miss. It depends on the game how they do it. Luckily, though, Tales from the Borderlands did it really well.
Yes, they did. I really enjoyed that game, and I'm hoping they make a season 2 because I
Life is Strange could be considered a little bit of drama too.
God,
Oh, it definitely is.
And that was an amazing, amazing game. Like, I loved the hell out of it.
I haven't played it, so but I'm hoping to play it next week because that's when the limited edition comes out for the physical copies.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
there it
they're
goes.
releasing.
Collector's edition, Greg.
Ah, don't physical, man. That's physical.
So other new releases that came out: Gone Home Console Edition. Cheech, have you played this game?
I have not.
I actually have it on PC and booted it up. Probably played 5 minutes of it maybe, and then I set it down and haven't gone back to it since. And it's not because it's not a good game. I've heard really good things about it. It's just that I'm sure the rest of you out there, you're already playing something that you're devoted to, and then you check something out and don't really get the time to go back into it. But hopefully, I'll get to it at some point.
Yeah,
same
it's
here.
like me. I eventually will keep indie games on my backlog, like the back of my backlog, pretty much. I try to work on my AAA first, AA's, and then I'll hit the indies.
Nice.
That sounds about right.
Same here. I have that. Had played 2 minutes, and I was like, I'll just play something else.
Yep.
Actually, one game I've been playing a lot recently is Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. I've been playing that pretty hardcore on my.
You still have your Game Boy Advance?
No, I have a DS. Oh, and this is how messed up I am. On our first month anniversary, my girlfriend, she bought me the old school 3DS because that was 10 years ago. So it was really wide. The GBA games fit in all the way, so it wasn't sticking out. And then they introduced the light version, which is a smaller compact one. And I ended up trading that original one for the light version. And thinking about it now, that was kind of a dick move. So,
All you have to say is, thanks to your gift, I was able to enhance my experience even further.
so speaking of old games that have been out or that are coming out, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is coming out.
Dark
for
Arisen.
Yeah, really great game. I played it for the Xbox, and I had a ton of fun with it. It's like a mini Shadow of the Colossus, I would have to say. Graphically, I thought it was good.
I'm really interested in checking that out since I missed it in the past. So I'll definitely be picking that up when it comes out. The thing is, will I get around to it as soon as it does? Not sure, but I'll definitely be checking it out at least. It seems something that's up my alley in terms of, like, fantasy. Fantasy is definitely the biggest genre for me. Anything that's high fantasy, anything like that, I eat that shit up.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Fantasy, RPGs. Although, I mean, RPGs are becoming a little bit of a time constraint now and then, but I still try to find a way for them.
Oh, man.
Well, the open world RPGs and so on as they get larger, yeah.
You're definitely right, considering how when they tooted Fallout 4, saying that it was 400-hour game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Witcher 3 and Fallout 4 was not a good combination.
And Witcher 3, I did as much as I can, and that took me like 200 hours.
Yep, I spent 200 hours on PC and a good 100 hours in the PS4 version. Yes, I got both copies.
Witcher 3, I think, when I last looked at my in-game time via the game, I was at about like close to 400 hours, I think it was.
Wow.
Because you figure I started playing that game on release, and I don't think I finished till like 3 months later, maybe.
I mean, it was such a well done game. Like, even a side quest felt like an actual main quest. Everything was just unique about it.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely kept me coming back.
Yeah.
But with Dragon's Dogma, have you tried that out, Greg? Did you play it at all?
Yeah, I played it for the 360.
I played it for
Oh,
the
okay.
PS3, and I love the concept. I just felt like last gen held it back, and I'm actually looking forward for the PC version, to be honest.
Yeah, because some of the screenshots that they were showing of it look really nice.
Yep.
And it's pretty much all about the combat. Story is okay. It's very minimal, but the combat is where it's just like, oh, that's a lot of fun.
Now, the combat, is it similar to, let's say, a Dark Souls or, that type of action RPG?
Nah, not really. It's more kind of where more action involved.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah.
Okay.
The first time you climb on a griffin and you just start whacking him on the back, you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah!
You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I got this.
Little do you know, you end up being eaten.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that one.
One game that also comes out the same day that is creating me a little more contradiction would be Blade Souls, and I'm a big MMORPG guy, so let's see.
Let's see. That's like a Korean MMO or
Yes,
something like
that's
that?
a huge Korean MMO that everyone wanted to come to the West. It is finally coming to the
okay.
West on the 19th, but if you do a founder package, you could get a head start and start on Friday, which I'm thinking about it.
Come on, you can create celebrities with how detailed that character creation is.
I was looking at the character creation, and it is actually pretty detailed.
It looks amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
there's also Black Desert. That's another one that's going to be coming out here soon.
Yeah, but Black Desert seems like more of the grindy type of MMO. Well, this one is more of an action, kind of beat them up type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Black Desert, I think, that's like the top tier in character creation in terms of physical appearance.
Yeah, Black Desert.
When I first saw, when I first saw the trailer for that, I was impressed at how detailed it was. But yeah, but I haven't really followed it much.
And if you want a game that will consume your time, if you love grinding and looting, Diablo 3 released a new patch this week.
Oh yeah, I was actually playing it yesterday. I ran through the new zone. It's actually pretty well done. Nice little dark area. Decent story involved in it. There's actually a story involved in there.
So there's a story. Nice.
There's a story, yes. You know, like Diablo, you go around, you collect the books that will drop here and there, and they'll tell you the story. Pretty dark, too.
Now, does this, well, the additions that they're doing to the story, does it add on to the base game, or is it including, I would assume, the expansion or whatever it was that they did with it?
No, it doesn't really include with the actual base game. It's pretty much like a side story to it of the actual zone or what it is and what happened to it and who was involved in it. But I was pretty happy. I actually finished the zone yesterday, and I got one of my set items yesterday as well, which was
Congrats.
ecstatic about it. I was like, yeah, there you go. Here's my little green item dropping.
Oh,
It's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet, actually, that, Diablo came out on console. Because actually, one of my coworkers, Chris, is really into it right now. And surprisingly enough, he's not really big on PC gaming, whatever, but he loves his Diablo right now, and that's pretty awesome that they were able to bring it out for another audience to play it again. I mean, they did do Diablo 2 on consoles also, though, didn't they?
Yep, PS2, right?
no, Diablo 1.
Diablo 1.
Diablo 1,
yeah.
yeah, Diablo 1.
Diablo 1 for PS1.
And PS1, yeah, that's what it was.
Did you ever play Diablo on console at all, Ariel?
Diablo 1, that was my introduction to Diablo,
'Cause,
actually, playing it on PlayStation, and it wasn't until I finally played that on console and I saw that Diablo 2 came out, because the passage of time wasn't that much there from when I played 1 to 2. I picked it up on PC, Diablo 2, and that's where I was just like, oh man, this is so good. But yeah, my introduction to Diablo was actually on console,
Yeah.
surprisingly enough.
Yeah, Diablo 3 feels so much better on a controller, in my own opinion. It
You think
was
so?
just meant to be. It feels great.
It feels
Yeah.
great on the controller.
Yeah.
With the mouse, there's a lot of clicking.
Yeah,
But
that's why.
I agree with you, Cheech.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
You will have to try it. Trust me, this one it feels really good. I wish that Blizzard would implement that controller UI to the PC version of the game.
Oh, the functionality? Okay. I'm surprised it doesn't have it. But I'm sure you could do some sort of like joy to key sort of. You could probably do something with joy to key or something like that. It just wouldn't be the same, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
But I'm surprised that you guys feel that it's better on control, only because you know how there's just so many different possibilities of, especially with your inventory and everything. I just feel like it'd be too cumbersome to use a controller to do all that.
Nah, they did it pretty good. They did a good job on the inventory and things like that.
there are hotkeys that you can use for the inventory, where if you just see a blue, you can just junk it. And then when you just run to the store, you just hit another button, and it'll sell all your junk. Or
So then they pretty much overhauled the UI for the console experience.
Yes,
then.
it's a complete.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a complete overall. Some of that stuff made it to the PC, such as where you want to junk your entire inventory at once, or when you want to DE your set of gears and things like that. Some of that stuff made it, but just the controller in general makes it pretty good.
And yeah, if that's the thing, if you don't know about the hotkeys, then when going to the inventory and then going with the controller, that's when it's very cumbersome. Like you'll get frustrated. Also, when you're playing with couch co-op, which is pretty awesome, because I've done it with my friend Jonathan from time to time. When he wants to equip something and you have to wait, that's where it's kind of tiresome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because then it halts your progress, and you're just like, dude, I want to play this.
And the only left back right now for consoles and it does not have seasons, and season is the one way to kind of keep the game going when you use the side of gears. And the reason because of that is due to the kind of dupes that you can do in the console versions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So So then this patch isn't available on the PS4 version and so on.
It is available. It just
Okay.
would not have the season 5 when it comes out next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, season 5 actually starts this Friday. In terms how if you
the
see a lot,
15th.
yeah, the 15th. So if you see a lot of people taking off that day, that maybe they're playing Diablo, trying to get up on that ladder.
You will get a whole new set piece gear too at the end of the season, which is kind of good.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about
Nice.
that.
One game that's coming out this Friday, I'm also interested. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, is Oxenfree.
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. I saw some gameplay footage of it, and it looks interesting.
It does look really interesting. It looks like it's a side-scroller puzzle type game.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see much on it to really, make my decision as to whether I'm going to purchase this or not. But what I saw piqued my interest for sure.
Oh, same here. Because there's dialogue boxes. You see like a group of friends and they're talking. It piqued my interest too, compared to like other games. So I'm really interested to see on where it would go. So I'm thinking maybe I'll pick that up and try it out this weekend. But did you play any of the Assassin's Creed India that came out this week, Ariel?
It came out yesterday. Actually, I picked it up and figured let me just jump into it really quickly just to see how different it is from China. It's pretty much the same from what I played into with regard to the gameplay and so on. You still have access to the same sort of abilities and just gameplay style overall. Although the story, of course, takes a different turn. Considering you're following a whole different assassin. I'm really enjoying it, mostly because they opened it up right from the beginning as to what you can do and your abilities, whereas with China, you kind of pick up those abilities throughout the game as you play it.
Oh, so you grow into them.
It gives you more freedom in India, and they actually work together with Ubisoft Montreal on this one, I believe, on India, because Montreal didn't develop China. It was I forgot what studio it was or what developer. But they worked in conjunction to make this one. But it's from what I played, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, a lot of people have been giving it some sort of criticism because they're just not into Assassin's Creed at all, or they just want to see it go away, or just the fact that it's AC. You're taking really good locations and possibly really good stories and just throwing them into this 2.5D game. And I could definitely understand that argument there, because I mean these are games that definitely deserve their full-fledged counterparts. And unfortunately, they're not getting that treatment. I would love to play an AC complete devoted to India. AAA game, let's say. The same thing with China. I mean, how many of us haven't wanted an AC set in East Asia,
Yeah, East Asia, or like if they did something, say like Japan, and they made it into 2.5 side scroller. It's like there's so many different elements they could have put into it.
But we will still get a full-fledged Egypt one. Wink, wink.
Rumored. That is rumored.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. So I mean, if you guys are into AC, check it out. If you like China, you'll probably like this one. If you didn't, you probably won't, to be quite honest, because it's much more of the same. But otherwise, I'm enjoying it.
And then the next one is Russia, isn't it?
Russia next month, yes.
Next month, okay. And then they're coming out with a physical edition for that one. So if anything, I'll pick that up.
Well, they're doing
or the three.
All three of them. All three of them, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Greg. Let's go with that shit.
Speaking of new things that were shown this week, they showed the trailer for Mortal Kombat X Season 2. So, Ariel, I know you're a big fighting fan. What did you think of the trailer?
Haven't even watched it, to be honest.
What?
And let me explain myself.
You need to stop doing work when you're at work and then go on YouTube.
No, oh man, it's been so busy lately, but that's just a different story.
Lunch break.
Yeah. Half an hour. You only have so much time to watch all these videos. But Mortal Kombat, right? So it's a little touchy for me, only because I was so excited for 10 to come out. And of course, I picked it up on PC like I would do with any multi-platform game. And unfortunately, that one was plagued with a lot of problems. You want to play a fighter online mostly, or with your friends, and unfortunately, the netcode for that game was subpar. A lot of lag and stuff like that. And after that, even after buying that complete edition, I think it was called.
Yes.
Right, complete with a K, whatever they had. I probably went back once, and that was when they released the first set of characters, and that was it. I lost all interest all because of the online component.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's right. You got it for PC. So
yeah.
I thought the consoles had issues with netcode as well.
Yeah, but I didn't play it more so for the online competition. I played it more for the individual story. And the story mode, the first, not the reboot, I should say, of Mortal Kombat 9 had a really good throwback storyline. So this one was pushed forward. And I didn't enjoy the story. This time around, I didn't really enjoy it as much.
Yeah, it was very cheesy. You know, like the whole Johnny Cage thing, and I don't know, it didn't really gel with me.
Yeah, and their kids. It's like
Yeah, I mean the gameplay though, the core mechanics of that game were solid.
it got stronger.
You know, I had a lot of fun playing, learning combos, and doing all those things. Unfortunately, you know, when you wanted to try and apply those in a match, forget about it. You know, God knows how much lag you're going to have in your next match. So, you know, I was let down by that. But for those of you who are still playing it, I mean, you know, hopefully this season delivers. You know, and you get what you're looking for out of it.
Yeah, and if you guys don't want any spoilers for it, you can just skip like a minute. But Leatherface, aliens, the fat guy from Mortal Kombat 5, Boja. Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I thought was pretty awesome was Tribot, which it looks like it's gonna be. You know how in Mortal Kombat X you have the different styles?
Yeah.
Each style is a different robot. Smoke,
Oh, that's pretty
Sector,
awesome.
and what's the yellow one? I forgot his name.
Oh, Sector.
No, Sector's red.
Cyborg.
Oh, Sector. Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Is it Cyborg? No, that doesn't sound right.
God.
That's it. One of you Google it. But
Cyborg's
Google.
still the other dude. Yeah.
yeah, if you see it in the trailer, it actually looks really nice on how they actually split that up because you actually see each of them in the trailer, and you actually see the signature.
Cyrax.
Cyrax,
Yep.
yes.
God damn it. We filed it at the same time. It's not
Yeah.
fair.
You see their signature moves and everything, which is great because then you see like the missiles come out of Sector. You see Smoke disappearing and doing like some air combos. And I think you see Cyrax doing his net move. So having that incorporated, actually, I thought was pretty awesome. And the music that they had in the trailer is really good.
Now, here's my question. Where's Sindel at, though? You know? Why is Sindel not in the game? You know, that was another problem I had with that. She was my favorite character. But
Don't ask me.
now that's... You're right, ask NetherRealm.
Exactly, NetherRealm.
Yeah. That's cool, though, that they're bringing back the cyborgs, though, because they were awesome to play as, man.
Yeah.
And they're actually, aren't they doing, I forgot, was it with the alien sort of mixed with whatever other creature thing, kind of like a mixture of Baraka and I forgot who else?
In the trailer, it looked like Alien was quick. He had a lot of moves. There was a move that it kind of looked like it was like a Baraka move, but I can't really say. Because last time we seen an actual Baraka, you know, fighting.
Been a while.
Yeah. He wasn't in 9, was he?
He was.
He was, okay, yeah. So he was in 9, but he wasn't
He's
in 10.
also in 10, you know?
In the story mode.
Yeah, in the story mode.
Well, one good thing that actually came out this week in terms of news, for if you guys are interested in picking up new releases, Amazon is offering 20% off games if you are a Prime member.
Dun-dun-dun.
Well, that's game pre-orders.
Yeah, on pre-orders.
Best Buy has met its match. In a way.
And I was talking to Cheech about this because for the longest I was trying to get Cheech to join Gamers Club Unlocked for Best Buy, and I don't think you ever did. Did you?
I did.
Like a year and a half later?
Yes, but it's all right. I got it. And it's worth it. I already pretty much, it already paid off itself.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, I mean.
Well, that's the thing. It's
problem.
$40, right?
It's $30 for 2 years, and it just pays itself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Buy 2 games, and it's literally almost paid.
Yeah.
So in that sense, really, Best Buy still has the upper hand because Amazon Prime is like $100 for the year, right?
Yes. So basically,
Okay.
for the Amazon Prime, if you already have Prime, then it kind of pretty much you don't need to buy Best Buy's Gamers Club. That's pretty much the way I see it. But if you already have the Best Buy Gamers Club, then there's no point to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That makes sense.
if you're a Best Buy member and then you do the reserve, because they do this for every winter season, is if you reserve certain types of games and you're a member, you get the 20% off. Then you also get like a $10 gift certificate just for pre-ordering.
Yes, which adds up pretty nicely.
And I don't know, I'm on the fence on pre-ordering. I don't like it too much, but when it saves you like a good amount of money, it's just like,
Not only
Yeah,
that,
but then
not only that,
then you encounter those situations where, you know, because of a decent discount offer, you end up picking up Arkham Knight on PC on release. you know.
Let's not bring the skeleton into the closet, please. But not only that, remember, Best Buy also do have the rewards points on top of that,
Yeah.
which when you use it for a game is times 3, right? So I mean, I would still give Best Buy the hands up in this, to be honest. I mean, if you already have Prime, hey, by all means, that's another perk you have. But I think Best Buy will still give you the cheaper game with the pre-order bonuses and the points as well.
I'm just gonna throw this in. I'm the reason why Amazon did it, because you should have seen how many special editions I had pre-ordered on Amazon.
That you canceled.
Found it on Best Buy, got my 20% off, and had to cancel and fill out that form. Why'd you cancel? it was
And each time would you put Best Buy?
it was more than 2 handful, I would say.
Oh man! But did you actually put Best Buy
Yeah, I did.
every time you would do it
I'm like, got it cheaper.
on Best Buy?
Yeah.
It's like, goddamn, Mortal Enemies.
So
See, that's pretty cool that they're offering it though, because to me, it's although you can easily make that comparison of Amazon to Best Buy.
yeah.
Automatically, when I heard about it, instead of Best Buy, what I went to was GMG. All right, because GMG usually does 20% right off the back for pre-orders.
Do they?
GMG being Green Man Gaming.
Oh.
Well, for all new games, usually, like they always have like a 20% discount on all new games. So yeah, but even so, either offer is really good, and like you guys mentioned, if you already have Prime, that's fantastic. And for Best Buy, honestly, being that I don't have either, Best Buy seems like the better option. If I was more into getting the physical copies of these games.
yeah, that's the way I see it. If you already don't have Prime, I believe Best Buy will still come out. Will be the best option. It's only $30 for 2 years.
Yeah, and so GMG, they're a good site. I use them sometimes for when I do the
I love
PC
them.
gaming. I don't.
When-
Yeah.
yeah, I really like GMG, man. I've actually started to buy more off of them than Steam directly, unless Steam is running a sale, let's say.
Yeah. And speaking of games that are on Windows, hey, they're stopping support of Windows 8. I wonder what's up about that. They had they were pushing Windows 8 and DX11, and now, well, I guess if you're a really big PC gamer, does DX12 affect you that much? Ariel, you play more.
I'll let Cheech go with this one. I mean, I'll follow up, but yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, 8 was a disaster. I mean, there's just no freaking way of hiding it. 8.1 did improve. I actually got into 8.1 when it came out. But Windows 10, besides, putting the whole privacy invasion aside and whatnot, I mean, hey, it's the modern world. This is what we're going to live in. And in terms of performance, Windows 10 is actually pretty good. It's the best of 7 and the best of 8. That's the way I see it. It's pretty good. Not only that, you do get the perks of DX12. And based on what we have seen from DX12, we might have ourselves a nice little treat for PC gamers when DX12 is pretty much full blown out there.
Hopefully so. I mean, my take on this, right, is with Windows 10, they were offering free upgrades to everybody. All right, so pretty much everybody should have Windows 10 by now, I would think. Right? What did you guys say?
Depends. Corporations, no.
Well, that being the exception.
But sorry, when I talk to people about that at work, it just drives me crazy. In terms of gaming, I would say go for it and then just find a way to turn off the privacy settings. Just because DX12, I mean, they're running it so well. They're comparing it to Mantle from AMD, and it's getting a lot of positive results. It's less resources on your systems, which means you can overclock and play your games, faster. And other than that, it's actually a solid operating system.
Yeah, I mean, there really was no choice for me. I mean, I was go Windows 10, DX12. I mean, it's the next evolution of Windows. I have to go there.
Yeah, but
Windows
they
8
won.
didn't really push that too much for me. I actually skipped the whole Windows 8 generation, 8 and 8.1.
Really?
Stuck with 7 up until 10, yeah. I did not like 8 at all. At all.
I did 8.1 because it did increase performance in games when it comes to multi-threading.
Yeah.
It's just I couldn't get over the whole Metro UI thing. I remember when I would go to my sister's house to use her computer to help her out with whatever it is. I just cringe. I hated the thing.
It was easy to use. I actually went straight. I was an early adopter for 8, and then
You start
8.1.
searching. It was like, all right, press the main menu and start searching. Control panel. There it is.
Yeah. And right now I love 10 though. I love that they took the best, like you guys mentioned, of the 8 and 7. Combined them and made 10 what it is. So far I'm really liking it.
Nice. And then, what do you guys think about this EA Access for PC? I mean, for me, I wasn't interested on my Xbox One. Cheech, you don't have it for Xbox One, do you?
I was interested for a while, but for some reason it didn't click in on me. However, I am actually heavily considering for the PC version.
How about you, Ariel? Are you considering the PC version?
I'm still on the fence on this one. I mean, I really like the idea, right? But there's not very many games from EA that I'm really interested in checking out. Now, the plus side to this, I would say that at $4.99 a month, right? Because you can opt out. It's not like a yearly plan that, when you add it up, comes up to $4.99. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just monthly.
It's just straight. Yeah, and you can cancel whenever.
Yes.
Yep.
So the appeal to me with this would then be, let's say a game is coming out on EA Access that I'm interested in checking out, but never really wanted to commit fully to it by, throwing $60 into this game. This service kind of, solves that. You jump in for the month or let's say 2 months, you check out these games that you were interested in maybe, but didn't want to spend all that money on, and you could kind of determine whether you were even interested in those fully. Or if you made the right choice by not spending that much money and just going with the service. So in that sense, having that $4.99 monthly service is really good if you're somebody who's really into EA's games, from my perspective, at least.
I mean, they have a good set of games too. They actually have like
they do
a small list of what they were going to put out, and having Dragon Age 1, like the Ultimate Edition on it, worth $5. Definitely worth $5.
Yeah, this is what I actually based it on. I'm like, I played a lot of this stuff. Like, well, the ones that I would be interested in.
Yeah.
Right? So the Dragon Ages and all that stuff, I already played that. So really, what is there left for me?
Battlefield!
Ani. Yeah, even that. The only thing, UFC 2, because it's a fighter and I love those games. But I'll probably end up picking that up anyway. So there's really no need for me to really get into it.
And
as of right now.
And like what you mentioned before, Ariel, with Green Man Gaming, they give you discounts on like EA games also, right? Or
they do, yeah. They're usually through Origin, but they do. Like it's instead of using Steam codes or whatever. Well, this would be just straight up Origin games, but yeah.
Yeah. So with the EA Access, you only get 10%, and as you were saying with Green Man Gaming, you can get up to 20. So
yep.
You're better off going.
Although Green Man Gaming provides the discount, so I'm sure it wouldn't. Yeah, it'd still be better off there. But yeah, if you're somebody who's really big into the annualized sports games. You like your Plants vs. Zombie games and, all the other EA titles that they have, the Dragon Ages, or if you have never played a Dragon Age, you should definitely check those out. This would be a good service for you, most definitely, if these are games that you're interested in checking out but haven't to date.
Yeah, definitely. Dragon Age Ultimate Edition was one of my favorites. I went through it like several times.
Oh, Origins?
The Origins.
Oh, so good.
And Dragon Age 2, not so much. I thought it was decent. But Origins is so good.
Yeah, it's so good. I spent so much time with that. Was The Witcher 3 a few years ago. It was fantastic.
So speaking of this past week, there was actually a charitable event for gaming, which is Games Done Quick. Ariel, have you seen anything about this or know anything of this?
Actually, not familiar. I mean, I know very little about it, but what exactly is Games Done Quick?
Cheech, you know this, right?
Well, I saw it throughout the weekend when I tuned into Twitch here and there. Basically, what it seems is a group of people. They also have their own little audience within the room. And they just played old school beloved games that we played when we were kids. And they pretty much do speed runs. And in the meantime, people are donating money for definitely a good cause. And
so is this something that's, let's say, on Twitch and the viewers kind of donate and, any sub money or profits go towards this charity?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much did they raise?
$1.2 million.
That's actually pretty good. From what I read on their site, though, last year they did 1.5. But 1.2 is still a really great amount.
Yeah,
That's especially for charity, considering this is the internet we're talking about, where everybody's hostile at all times.
Yeah.
To come together and be able to, contribute that amount of money towards a charity, it's pretty honorable. Good job, gamers.
Good job, everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing, if you caught it from last week's episode, that I talked about was Step Mania, and that's one of the biggest articles that I was reading about Games Done Quick was some guy who's playing Step Mania on some extreme speed, and I was watching it on YouTube, and I started getting flashbacks, and I was like, "Oh, this is so good!" And then, no, I can't read this, and my head started hurting.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's just scrolling by super fast.
Yeah, if you ever see it, he was amazing. Like the way it was playing, because he was using, it was a keyboard, of course, because it's Step Mania, and he was using both hands, and it just looked like he was typing extremely quickly.
Yeah. And for those of you who are not familiar with Step Mania, it's pretty much a rhythm game akin to, let's say, DDR with the controller instead of the the dance pads. But it's usually on keyboard, I guess, or whatever other peripheral people want to play it on.
Nice.
So it's pretty intense when you get up to those extremes and super difficulties because it's just arrows everywhere.
So, did you guys hear this rumor that NX, the new Nintendo system, is going to be a hybrid system? That they were going to try to push it towards what's this? The people at Nintendo are trying to do it to their investors, show it by March. That they want to do an E3 reveal, and that it's going to be released in the fall. I mean, the only out of you two, I know, Cheech, you have a Wii U. Like,
Yo. I'm hiding myself in the corner right now.
no, there's nothing wrong with owning a Wii U. Why are you hiding?
Not at all. It has some great titles on there. I actually kind of wish I went with the Wii U instead of the Xbox first.
Whoa!
Only because it has a lot more that I want to play now,
Yeah.
available. Only because of that. But otherwise, I'm fine with the Xbox. It's just there's more I'd like to play there. But I'm personally pretty pumped about the NX.
Yeah.
I've skipped, Nintendo for a few years now, with the Wii, which I owned for a very brief period, and then the Wii U I haven't had at all. I still have to pick that one up pretty soon. Actually, I got to get that Bayonetta in there somewhere. But I'm pretty pumped about NX. Hopefully they get it right this time, and it's not a gimmick. Although this whole hybrid thing seems like a gimmick in itself.
Yeah, I mean, the patents that we have seen as rumors floating around and whatnot seems interesting.
Yeah, well, Android-based is one of them.
It comes down, to be honest, it's going to come down to their games. I mean, we are yet to see a nice, awesome Zelda game. We are yet to see a Metroid game in this Wii U. That's Nintendo right there. A nice, awesome Donkey Kong in there. It's going to come down to the games. And when they release that console, their best bet will be to release one of their nice AAA games with it to kick it off.
Well, usually when you buy a Nintendo console, right, you go there for their first party. The problem it seems that they've been having is their third party support.
Yeah.
And that could kind of ruin your whole business, as you can see by, Sony leading this year, and that's mostly because they have a lot of third-party support and everybody's, on that. Because, I mean, when you look at their first-party offerings, there isn't much either on PlayStation camps, Xbox camps. Wii has a lot on the first-party side of things. It's just a third-party support that isn't there. So if what they could do with the NX has the potential to be the biggest console. Nintendo has the biggest franchises.
And the biggest money, too.
Yeah. They have the biggest franchise. They have Nintendo, Zelda. I mean, we can go on for days with what they have. You ask any person who's briefly played a game ever, they're going to come back to you with Mario or whatever Nintendo game.
I'm telling you this, though, right now. Nintendo has one of my most kind of anticipated mobile game this year, which is the Pokemon thing. Oh, yeah.
Does that come out this year?
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there walking my dog and catching a
Oh,
Pikachu.
Lord.
I'm telling you that right now. I gotta stop what I'm doing and chase that Pikachu down the road.
It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gonna have like events too. Like for example, in New York City, it's gonna be this event to catch one of these Pokemon or something. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna pull it off.
I know the trailer for it looks nice, so it's going to be really interesting when we see more video of it.
Yeah, it looks like our childish dream coming true when we were freaking old. I won't be surprised if I see mostly old people out there running around with the freaking Pokemon and crap.
On their phone.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So is that what you're going to consider your most anticipated game this year? Pokemon Go? Or are you going to go with the traditional console or PC game? Cheech.
I will
And
say,
remember, Cheech, this is your most anticipated game of 2016.
damn it. God damn, that's not good. Well, honestly, my most anticipated game is not really coming out anymore because it got delayed, and I'm pretty sure Ari could agree with this, which, Scalebound.
Scalebound?
But to be honest, I'll say this though. My most anticipated game, and it's due to the technology behind it, will be to Crackdown.
Oh, Crackdown?
Crackdown 3?
Yeah, Crackdown 3.
3?
Oh, what about Crackdown 3 that's attracting you to it?
The whole full destruction thing in the multiplayer has never been done before. Where you have a full entire destructible city.
They're also using cloud-based
Yep.
solutions for this,
Yep,
right?
the
In order
whole-
to do that, because there's no way in hell the Xbox would be able to do that.
Yeah, I
alone.
mean, there's no Xbox, there's no PC in the world that does that right now.
Yeah,
Keep
that
at a
much
steady
destruction,
frame.
though.
So it will be interesting, and it will be probably the one game that show the whole cloud gimmick that Microsoft might have thrown in there, and it had to do it well. And I mean, based on what we see, the demos, it seems pretty damn good. So I will have
you would have to also assume that they are throwing a pretty penny at this to ensure that it functions correctly, because if it fails, it's going to hit them hard.
Yeah, I mean, and they're showcasing their Microsoft Azure servers too. So, you know, they have a pretty good reputation there.
This may also be something, too, because I haven't played Crackdown aside from, trying it out a little bit at a friend's house back when it initially released. And it seemed like a fun game. I didn't get into it for whatever reason. So hopefully with this one, I could get into that, and please, hopefully it works that way so I can use my Xbox.
And if you guys didn't know, this summer for Crackdown 3, the multiplayer demo, beta, I'm sorry.
Beta.
Beta is going to be this summer, and I believe the official release, they said, is winter.
Yes, and they actually moved up Gears of War 4 release date to fall now.
Is it fall?
Yep.
Oh, nice. I'm surprised
it
you
up.
didn't. I'm surprised you didn't choose that, since that's what brought you to Xbox in the first place, was it? not Cheech?
Yes, Gears of War did brought me to the Xbox, but like I said, this year I'm leaning to better, newer technology, and it seems like Crackdown might have that, and the cloud is something that seems interesting. It also seems the future in a way of how cloud gaming is going to become, if that actually pulls it off.
That's true. We got to see live testing compared to controlled environments.
So it's pretty much, this will be the year of enough talk, let's actually see it in action, pretty much.
Yep. Ariel, what is your most anticipated game of 2016?
Oh man, this one was decided the moment it was announced. Street Fighter V.
Oh, man.
Street Fighter V. Come on, that's all I have to say, really. No, honestly, though, ever since that game was announced, man, I've been so stoked. I pre-ordered the PS4 version just to try it out since that one was releasing first. Unfortunately, the beta was shaky, so I didn't get that much playtime. I'm sure you experienced the same thing, Greg.
I remember us texting each other. Hey, did you get in?
dude.
Did you get in the server yet? Yeah, I got in. Oh shit, the server crashed. Fuck.
That's pretty much been the ride ever since. But oh god, if I'm still not super excited for that game. I love Street Fighter, man, and I like what I enjoy of what I've seen with that game, what I've played of that game, the characters they're announcing, everything just speaks to me. So I can't wait to fully get in there on the 16th of February. Luckily,
are you taking off?
I don't have to wait that long. I'm still debating whether I'm taking off. But so excited! I can't wait for that game.
I'm not a big fighting type of gamer, But I did play the beta thanks to you that you gave me that code, and I honestly enjoyed it. So I'm actually consider getting it. Even though I'm going to get my ass beat up a lot of times, but
Hey, that's part of the process.
I
man.
have hopes that I can improve. So let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, you got to lose some to win some.
Yeah.
You got to train. That was one of the big parts about the beta, that we wanted to experience the characters and try to play a lot more. The first beta was that was really bad. That was terrible. That's what I was talking about. How we couldn't get into the server. But the past couple ones after that actually ran really well. For the most part, I would have to say with the net coding, it was, I would say, 1 out of every 6 matches was really bad in terms of the net code.
Yeah, and I would assume that's who you are getting paired up with, or depending on what it is, the crossplay maybe, because they ended up opening it up to PC, PS4 during the beta, where you can play, on both. But overall, the net play was good.
Yeah. I thought it was really well done.
You had very few matches where there was considerable lag, if that. Hopefully that carries out into launch, and, by the time it comes out, it's not, fully broken. Because then, boy, wouldn't I be a hypocrite if I don't freaking, shit on that game for doing the same things Mortal Kombat did. But I'm super excited.
So wait, Cheech, you didn't try Street Fighter V at Comic-Con?
No, I did not. I mean, dude, there was so much crap to do at Comic-Con, and we only had the one day, so I didn't want to waste it waiting in line in there.
Comic-Con 2015 at New York, because you tried to get to San Diego and you weren't able to, right?
Well, we'll try it again this year.
I know. I kind of want to try to see if I can get to the San Diego one, but we'll see.
Yeah, but we could discuss this, guys.
But those, if you did go to Comic-Con, or if you haven't, the lines for Street Fighter were insane.
Yep.
Were they?
Yeah, I passed by and I saw it. I'm like, yep, I'm not wasting at least 3 hours of my life here.
It was bad.
Everybody's pumped.
They did give you a lanyard if you pre-ordered the game, so I actually got my Street Fighter lanyard. And on a special note, I got a picture with Oh No.
Yoshinori. And his little Blanca.
Damn right, that was an awesome picture.
You should post this picture, Greg, for them to see on the Facebook page.
Sure thing.
It's too cool.
And now I guess it's my turn for the most anticipated game of 2016, and this is very hard. Bloodborne. Is that what you said? You know what? Close. Because I was thinking about this whole day, and I was like, oh, Uncharted 4, I really enjoyed the Uncharted series. Between 2, I thought 3 was actually okay. Naughty Dog always being amazing developers. With The Last of Us, I really loved that game too. And I almost forgot, in April, Dark Souls 3.
Yes.
Dark Souls 3. Being helmed by the creator of Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Bloodborne. Personal hands-on on this one.
So I was close.
You were close. He didn't have his hand in part 2.
And you could see it.
Yeah,
if you played it.
If you played the game, you noticed that it was a little bit off. I had such a feeling. It's like, it's Dark Souls. It seems fun. It's hard, but there's something off about it.
Yeah, you kind of had that feeling, right, where you were happy to be in that sort of world and experience that kind of atmosphere, but something was missing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And the designer, his name is Hidetaka Miyazaki. If you guys want to know, Miyazaki, amazing designer. I'm happy that Bloodborne actually got some Game of the Year awards from different publications. Just because this year, I thought there was a lot of good games that came out, or this past year, I should say.
Especially considering that Bloodborne released in February of last year.
Yeah,
right.
It was in the spring.
Because usually you see the trend. Well, not so much the trend, but you see it happen where games that release early on in the year kind of get outshined by those that release later on in the year. So to see Bloodborne kind of hold that steam throughout the year and still get some Game of the Year awards, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. They got some Game of the Year awards for that, and a lot of high praise for its DLC.
Yep.
And I would honestly say that if you are mostly an Xbox gamer, Nintendo gamer, or in the market for a new console, and Bloodborne speaks to you, go for it, man, because you're definitely going to enjoy it.
Oh, and on the rumor mill, I would say Bloodborne might come to PC. Rumor. If you see that picture from MSI, their motherboard.
I don't know.
And
don't get me excited with this.
they have that little.
Do not do this to me.
COS already kind of declined it doing tweets on Twitter, but we don't know.
We don't know.
Because it's Sony owned, right?
Yeah, they invested a good portion of it.
Yeah.
But COS says no. But how many times have we seen CEO say no or something, and next thing you know, hey, look, it's there.
But
No.
don't forget, Street Fighter V was funded by Sony, and that's coming out to PC. It's a possibility. Not saying that.
Yeah, but this one's a little different though, because I see it similar to Bayonetta 2 and Nintendo. I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. But this is your most anticipated 2016 Dark Souls 3.
I have to say it is. But you know
I
what?
can't argue with that.
This whole year, it actually has a lot of good games coming out, and we'll see what happens in a month or two. We'll maybe there's another game down the line that we're all going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk. And hopefully though, this was my biggest takeaway from Bethesda announcing Fallout. Hopefully, a lot of people or a lot of companies start to see the effect that had. Not hyping up a game so early on in its development, and then releasing so long afterwards. But coming out and saying, "Hey, our game, this is it. You can have it in 2 months, 3 months. Play our game." Like, I would love to see a lot of developers kind of do that this year. Where we get announcements and all of a sudden, oh snap, you got to play that this year also. That would be my biggest moment of 2016 if we see more of that.
Yeah, and it prevents all the whole delay thing going on. Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, between Quantum Break, Scalebound, Uncharted, The Division, there's numerous games where
here's
they
another
have
thing about
announced it
2016, right?
years.
Do you guys actually think 15 will release this year?
Final Fantasy 15, yes.
Yes, it will.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake, no.
Oh, that's definite.
They pretty much said already. 15 is done. They're just kind of bug crunching.
And Kingdom Hearts, they're also aiming 2016.
They
Yes.
are, but they've been so quiet about it. I honestly, I'm losing hope again.
And then they just announced 7 Remake. I feel like Tetsuya Nomura has too much on his plate, man. And somehow, for whatever reason, I'm not believing that game's coming out this year. 15 at least.
They come out, and one of them is going to fail due to too much work going on.
I'm still saying 15 is. They even had that press release poll where they were saying, would you pick that or Persona 5?
Yeah, or Persona
it's most
5.
likely
They're
to be
trying to
summer.
gauge the market.
See? Persona 5, another one on my list where I'm really, really want to play it.
Yes.
But now, the Dark Souls has a special place. I went through that
And
game
Persona 5's coming out when?
summer.
Okay.
Rumored to be summer. But yeah, if you guys agree with us, please email us at insertcointp@gmail.com or reach us at IC2play on Twitter.
Or even if you have some questions that you'd like for us to discuss on cast, you can shoot them over to the email address or even leave them on the Facebook page or Twitter. And this way we can, engage with you guys and discuss what you guys are interested in, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, our Facebook page is Insert Coin to Play. You'll see a picture of Cheech's dog,
Which you probably heard not too long ago.
a Power Glove, and Karen from Street Fighter V.
Yeah. And you can let us know what your most anticipated games for 2016 are. We'd definitely be interested to see what those are.
Yeah, like I said, we love to talk about games. We love to listen to people talk about games, and it'll be a real treat to hear from you guys. Cheech, you have anything else to say for our listeners?
Once again, guys, if you stuck along with us, thank you very much for listening. And we will continue to do this. We continue to get better. And once again, feedback will be extremely valuable if you guys give us some.
All right, cool. Ariel?
Thanks for listening. Street Fighter 5 next month, guys. Get on it. I will meet you out there. And, hopefully you don't whip my ass too bad. But I'm ready. I'm ready.
I've been telling him to quit his job and go as an evil pro from now on.
That would be nice. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I'll be broke
We
out in
got
the
bills
street
to
within
pay,
a week.
Greg.
I know that's why we all work.
Yeah.
And we don't work at Best Buy anymore. I should say, me and Cheech used to work, but we left that years
Fun
ago.
times. Fun times.
Oh, best part about working at Best Buy was when you first get the training, they tell you need to take a shower.
What?
It's very,
That's the.
very recommended in your handbook, letting you know you have to take a shower before you come to work.
Before you get to work.
Yes.
I don't remember that part. I actually
Oh,
looked into
man.
that again.
Talk about a way to end the cast.
That's
Take a
the
shower
one
before
thing
you-
that stayed in my mind, Cheech. That's the one thing there.
Well, then I will go ahead and say a lot of people failed.
You heard it here first, guys. If you're walking into Best Buy, be sure to take a shower first.
Well, yeah. But thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We would love to hear from your feedback. I am your host, Greg. And have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you listen to this.
All right, guys. See you guys around.
Good night.
Thank you.